gamers? Today, we're gonna be checking out the highest level of team games ever seen before. In my humble opinion, of course. I know or Joe from Gold 2 had higher level games, but these are my highest level games at least. Today, what we're gonna be doing is going through the 7 games of the tournament, the EGCTV $40,000 tournament semi-finals. So, for those that don't know, I'm going to show you quickly. So this tournament has been going on for a couple of weeks, and this is right now the biggest competitive tournament going on. Winter Gym Championship by EGCTV. First place, there's the prize money, total prize money of $40,000. These are the teams right here in order of the seed, I think. And for those that maybe have no clue on Twitch or YouTube, we have played 2 group stages in this tournament. We were in the group stage with a Fat Penguin. These guys are top 10 on the ladder in 1-on-1s, 2 of them. One of them is a bit lower, and then they are, I think, ranked like 1, 2, and 4 on the team ranked ladder, so they're pretty high rated. We were also in the group with 3D Clan and with FYF, which is another Chinese team, pretty high rated team games. So our first match was against FYF. We managed to win 2-0. For those that also don't know, this tournament is a mix of 2v2 and 3v3. So the way it works is you play a 2v2, then a 3v3, then a 2v2, then a 3v3. So with that being said, you cannot repeat same players. So for example, 2v2 here, Marine Lord and I played. If there was another 2v2, Marine Lord and I couldn't play again. It would have to be me and the Muslim, or the Muslim and Marine Lord. So yeah, we had a 2-0 first game, and then for the qualifying match, we played against the other Chinese team, the one that has really high rated players. And I don't know why it doesn't say like that this is a W, but yeah, we managed to win 2-1 and thus advance to the playoffs, which is the semifinals and then into the finals. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be going through these games, which is Chimps, which is our team, versus Los Pollos Hermanos, which is the Spanish team plus Mista. So the Spanish brothers plus Mista. They were the team, this exact team that won the last 3v3 team tournament, where me and the Muslim and Recon actually played together in a team and lost against them in the finals, I think 4-0. So playing against them again, this time we come out on top, and we managed to advance to the grand finals, where we will be playing against Papi Paw, Wham, Magic, and Kazva, aka 3 beavers and a turkey. So for those people that maybe don't know, by the way, why we're called Chimps, is there's a little backstory to it. After Marine Lord won the tournament, this is game number 1. After Marine Lord won the Red Bull tournament, he kept saying I'm the champ, but it kind of sounded I'm the chimp. So I just started telling him, hey, you're the chimp, you're the chimp. And Cyril is a multiple-time champion in StarCraft. Marine Lord won Red Bull. I won N4C, and the Muslim won, what's the tournament name? Winter Championship last year. We're all champions, so we're chimps. That's the backstory behind the team. So we went with chimps. Fairly simple, fairly easy. Steel Series Prime, you're right. Steel Series tournament, that's right. So anyway, this is game number 1. We played Delhi and English. Now, I just want to preface with, obviously we still have grand finals to play. So for those that are worried that we're going to be releasing, I'm going to be releasing our information, and like the final opponents might hear something, and I'm going to give them useful info. I'm not going to give them any useful info because they got no clue what we're going to play. We use some unique Civ picks in this one, and we have stuff prepared for them that are going to be completely different or the same. So they don't know. At the end of the day, we're super confident, so don't worry about us, alright? Just saying. So, game number 1, we played Dry Arabia. This was pre-planned because we expected to have an open map in game 1. So we pre-planned Delhi and English. And we made a spreadsheet of some sorts, like notepad spreadsheet, whatever you want to call it, of potential civs we could be playing against. And we figured that English and Delhi will be pretty good against all of those. And another thing is, and this is something that every team is aware, it's extremely hard to do Delhi in team games because it's not a great team game civ. Most people are losing with Delhi, not doing too great. So we figured they're not going to expect Delhi in game number 1, and Delhi is pretty good against these civs with this map. So why not go for it, right? I played Delhi quite a bit, still in one-on-ones. I enjoy playing Delhi. A lot of people don't think it's good or don't enjoy it. I think it's quite a good civ, so you know, I know some of the other teams don't really have Delhi players, and in a best of 7 format, you had to play every single civ. You have to play 10 civs before you can repeat civs. So, you know, we knew we had to play Delhi. We had a Delhi player prepared, and we pretty much have a player for every single civ. There's no civ in our lineup that no one can play or that only one person can play. So we feel pretty confident, like rotating civs and stuff like that. But obviously, like, if we are ever playing Mongol, it's probably going to be me, because I'm probably the best Mongol in the team. You know, just like French is best Marine Lords civ, and like Ottoman is best the Muslim civ compared to the rest of us, right? So there are some civs that we kind of keep for ourselves. But other civs are kind of interchangeable a little bit, who can play which one. So this game, it worked out well for us. We expected aggressives because it is Dry Arabia, so again, not a big surprise. It's not like, oh, we outplayed them in a major way. We expect that they're going to do aggressives, and they did, except I don't think they expected me to beat Delhi, necessarily. So we decided to go for that, and this is the classic. Whenever you play team games, you want to put pressure on the French because they need gold. We had English, but they blind countered it, and it worked out. So I guess they expected it as well. It's nothing crazy. Marine Lord went for 2 men-at-arm pressure on English, and Luciferon, before they scouted, went for a blind tower, so he managed to secure his gold, and Marine Lord didn't manage to get too much damage in. So this did delay. The thing is, this kind of didn't work, and it did delay Marine Lord a little bit. But in the end of the day, it delayed Luciferon a bit because he had to make a tower. I do think they're slightly favored in this situation. Marine Lord tried to harass Ottoman, but Ottoman also collected gold already, so he wasn't able to do much there. Meanwhile, me, I just played the normal Delhi, nothing unusual, just standard, and we felt pretty comfortable in this game, I would say. They were both aging up first, I think. Luciferon is getting harassed here a little bit. Not too much, but you know, still some mining time lost, kind of being annoying. And as you can see, this is what I mean. So even though technically he made defense against Marine Lord's men-at-arm, and he's safe, I am aging up before him, right? So I'm actually aging up before him, before French, which French usually has a fast age up. So it did slow him down, and it did still do what it was supposed to, right? And Marine Lord will be aging up shortly as well. So his age up compared to French isn't that delayed, but French age up was like 40-second delayed approximately. So we still thought that worked out pretty good. So their strategy here is to go for... I'm going to speed these up because there's 7 games to go through, by the way. So their strategy was to go for just pure Knight and then Ottoman Archer, which is a very, very good combo. Marine Lord losing a men-at-arm here because he is a shit at the game, of course, losing it to TC. But, you know, it happens. Then, yeah, so this was funny. So we were checking this stone. and Vortex went to the farther stone to get the resources there because the mana arm was close. So that was pretty funny. By the time Marine Lord got there, he already got enough stone, so you know, it is what it is. But yeah, they went for a pretty straight up comp, and we decided to go for just mass longbow, some spearmen on Marine Lord, and then I go horseman plus spearmen. Now I will say, out of all games this tournament, or in this series, or in this tournament, this is the game I played the worst. I don't know why. Maybe it was because it was first game of the day and I for some reason didn't warm up. But I played this game really badly, and you'll see why. I made a lot of mistakes. But I think Marine Lord played this one really well, so it worked out. So I go spearman to deflect the knights, and you'll see like I'm kind of prepared here, right? But then I lose the villager right here. So I knew that there was a knight around this area because I saw it with the scout, and I still made a blacksmith here, which was pretty dumb. And then I just literally don't react and I lose the villager. So that was pretty bad. And there's a couple of instances where I was just losing stuff for no reason. So pretty sloppy. And I gotta say, Lucifron's French, I haven't played him in a while. Like, I haven't played him during Red Bull. I haven't practiced with him for Red Bull. So this is the first time I've played against Lucifron in a very long time. And his French knight control is really, really good. Like, really, really good. Probably out of all the players, I would probably say Lucifron is the closest, or maybe equal to Marine Lord's French right now. Just based off of the knight harassment. Obviously, maybe in one-on-ones he's a bit worse. I don't know. But, yeah, he did this knight harassment throughout the whole games really well. There's a guy in my chat who says Mista deserved the win. Thank you for that intelligent compliment. You deserve a weird champ. Have a good one. Imagine that I win and the guy comes to my stream within first 10 minutes to say the other team deserved the win. Well, you weird. Anyway. So, this series, the idea was basically I get some harassment done with horsemen, I have horsemen for the archers, I have spearmen for the knights, and Marine Lord has longbows for everything, right? So, the game starts out pretty passive, like both me and Marine Lord need some time to kind of wind up with our civs. French can obviously be aggressive instantly. But yeah, both of us need to kind of wind up a little bit. Same with Ottoman. Ottoman needs a little bit of time to start actually pumping on units. Now here, what ends up happening is I see the harassment. I A-move the spears, and one spear goes around. And I end up losing a villager because that spearman is a moron. So that was funny. But he did lose, I don't know what that was. Was that a knight? Yeah, he did end up losing a knight for a villager, so that was not worth it for him. So I would say in that situation, it's not that bad that I lost the villager, because he lost a knight, and I don't think this early that's that good. Now this is where stuff just goes fucking south for me. I start walling off sacred sites, they notice it, and I didn't properly pre-split this. I could have walled this a lot faster, which again, I didn't play too well. But they managed to... I do manage to get a wall in, which is good. He gets the scholar. And then I send these units back and I run into the fucking... So this is the part where I just play like shit. Like, I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? Just small mistakes, you know, but they kind of end up in a lot more over time. So then we move with the armies around this side, and we wall this off. Now, this is the point where I remember on Discord, Marine Lord said we shouldn't fight because we have less army, and I thought so too, because I lost 2 scholars and like 5-6 spearmen. So I thought, and Marine Lord thought we have less army, but now when I look, it looks like we have 10 more army supply, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, if I, guys, thank you for the tip to collapse this. How am I gonna pause and unpause now? I don't know if there's a hotkey for pausing. Probably is, but I don't know what it is. So, we managed to wall this off, and the thing is, spacebar? Yeah, that doesn't work. So, even though I didn't cap this, the wall is still up, so I just need to get Scholar inside, and that's gonna be capped. Guys, please, I appreciate the tips in the chat. Sit back and enjoy the games, alright? Thank you. So we managed to wall this off, and I already had capping here. So this kind of looked really bad, and I was like, oh fuck, we're about to lose the game. Because my Scholar's trapped, my Spearmen are kind of on both sides, they're about to die. And I have like 4 horsemen and nothing else. Like, look at this army. So I was like, oh, we're fucked. Like, we're fucked. And, by the way, I don't know what the fuck was this generation of this map. I just want to mull for a second. Where the fuck is my food? That's what I want to ask. I don't mean sheep. Where is my food? Look at this. These are my berries, my starting berries. These are my second berries. Okay. This is my deer pack. Okay. Where the fuck is my third berry patch? It just didn't spawn. Like, it doesn't exist. Because look, this one is closer to Luciferon. So Luciferon has 1, 2, right? Right? I guess this is also Lucifer's deer pack, even though it's closer to Vortex. These 2 deer packs are mine. But where is my other berry pack? I guess it's this one on the middle, but that's so fucking far away. So in this game, I was like, I'm out of food, brother. Like, and I was steering, because I was like, I don't know where to go for food. Because if you look at the middle, this is our food. This is Marine Lords. This is Marine Lords. I guess this is mine. And then this is theirs right above it. So I was like kind of fucking steering. Because they had kind of like a side deer pack and a back deer pack. And we didn't. So I was like, fuck. So I had to go here with villagers. Because I was like, we have an army here. So I can go there. And then their army arrives. And I was like, right. These 2 villagers, believe it or not, survived. Incredible. So here I'm trying to re-wall this, and I'm just telling Marine Lord, like, just kite, just kite, just kite. I'm getting all the 3 sacred sites. This is not bad if we don't, like, die immediately. So, Marine Lord's kiting. Vortex lost a lot of nectars this series, by the way. Marine Lord did a really good job sniping them. But he lost nectars, like, almost immediately every fight. And this is where I'm just running my horsemen into knights so he can run away. Because longbows are the most important. My units are basically like throwaway units. They don't really matter if they die. So I go for the food here. But also this is fucking exposed as hell, right? Especially because they're being so aggressive. So right now we have all 3 sites. And this opens up possibility for... If they don't attack the sites, I can go castle. If they attack the sites, we mass an army and we have the gold. So, right now this is good for us if we can hold. Like, 3 sacred sites in team games is really good if we can hold. So Marine Lord's just poking right now as much as he can. And I'm trying to build towers because I don't have any more food. Like, I gotta get this, right? And they're controlling this area really well, so it was kind of scary. Top side is getting walled up. And then they decide to go, I think, triple ram here. Or double, yeah, triple ram. And they decide to go for a push. I think we see it here. Do we see it? I think I saw it a bit earlier with the units. Marine Lord's like sniping off reinforcements. Oh yeah, here we see for sure. And I was like, oh fuck. Because this army, like if you look at my army, and then you look at this, it looks like I'm fucked. Like completely fucked. So I have to run. I'm out of food again. This is the only food that I have, and I have like 1 sheep here. So I think I ran to Marine Lord's berry pack over here. But worker count, if you look, I'm on 35. Marine Lord is at 41. So I lost 6-7 workers so far. So they're putting a lot of pressure. One thing that we discussed that Marine Lord could have done better, even though he played way better than me in this game, he could have made a tower here so he has the attack speed while defending me. But yeah, here they go for him. Because I guess they tried to catch the longbows off guard and try to get us around. And this is what, in my opinion, we weren't necessarily dead here, but we weren't in a comfortable position. And I think if they just stayed around here and denied my food, I think we would have lost. But they decide to dive Marine Lord. I managed to kill a ram. So they're still diving, and this is a bad choke for the knights, like bad choke point. So they're attacking into English TC with 14 villagers inside, longbows within the network of castles. And right now, I'm attacking from behind. No mech there once again. And I just get a pretty good surround, and the whole time Marine Lord is just farming the archers the whole time. Like, he's just not taking any damage. And again, my units are fine to lose. I get a really good surround on the archers with the horsemen, and horsemen are doing a lot. Healers are healing. So my horsemen are like not really dying because they're getting healed by scholars. He decides to go for Marine Lord again, but his knights from the spearmen and from the horsemen are so low. So I pick off the Mector here, and we just decide to chase for the knights and not the archers. So this might be a weird decision, like, because technically I can just kill the archers with my horsemen, but the real threat in this game are the knights. The archers are the DPS, but if you don't have the knights, there's nothing to tank for the archers. And these guys are way more expensive too. So I tried to intercept a couple of knights here. I think I get one, which was okay. He was back here as well attacking. Marine Lord's picking up reinforcements. And we felt like this is a really good fight for us, and you can see it in the economy. Not to mention, if you look at my gold, I think this is where, yeah, I was getting 450 gold a minute, and this is with 0 villagers on gold. So I knew that if we stay like this for another minute or two, I can just buy into castle by just, you know, buying food. They're going for Marine Lord again, but this amount of longbows, 20 longbows, can even snipe knights if they're in low numbers. They are 3-shotting them, I think. Almost 3-shot, 4-shot. And mind you, we still have sacred sites, so we thought like this is really good. And if you look now, this army is big, but this army loses to longbows and a horseman, and there's no backup from the knights. So we end up killing that, re-walling. I tried to go on this food, but he was already there. So you can see 23 workers on 1 deer pack is not ideal. But I was slowly getting deer there. And right now we were like, do we push? Do we push? Do we not? And we were like, okay, let's just chill. I was like, I'll age up. And we're still ahead. We got the sacred side, so we're ahead for sure in this game. Like, for sure. Because he has his economy sorted already. So he's not running out of food. And we have the control of these berries and stuff, so I can go in there. And we knew that, like, French especially is, like, eating the food really fast. So we knew that the longer the game goes, the better it is for us. So Marine Lord was like, do I make more army? Do I cut to make castle? And he's like, I'm gonna go castle. And then they arrive with this army. So here we were like, do we defend? And I was like, no, we just sit, I'm aging up, just don't do anything. I went for a raid with horsemen. I started killing archers here, which was a good amount of pickups. Killed like 7-8 archers for free. And then when we saw this, we were like, oh, fuck. Like, that is a fucking massive army once again. So it's funny because every fight looked really scary in my opinion for us, but it's not that bad. But this looks like really scary. So this is basically the best time for them to attack because Marine Lord cut units. He's producing them again, as you can see, panic producing. But he cut units because he wanted to age up. And I just finished aging up. So all my upgrades as a deli are starting. You can see I didn't even fuel them. I just aged up. And I'm making already men-at-arms and lancers. So this is like the roughest point to attack. And my horsemen were raiding, so they're not even back home. So Marine Lord manages to snipe Mechthers again, both of them, which is really, really important pickup. My horsemen arrive, which is really important because they force the knights to go back so that Marine Lord doesn't lose all his longbows. And slowly but surely, like these scholars are dying, but it's like whatever, as long as they survive, it's okay. So now the men-at-arms and the lancers start arriving, and while they do have enough to kill them, they're killing them extremely inefficiently because these longbows are just like printing damage. So this is one of those situations where Delhi ages up, and it looks kind of bad, but it's completely fine because the next round of units is coming soon, and it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse for him from here on out. Like the knights are already like starting to get really low in HP. Also I had 9 villagers in PC blasting the whole time. And now you can see like the lancers are starting to come out. They decide to push for longbows because there's no point to stay here. There's nothing. I have no workers here. All my economy is somewhere else in the map, UK here. So they decide to push to get Marine Lord's longbows. Marine Lord, I think, pulled the villagers here. And the problem is, now my units are not dying anymore. Because they don't have the DPS to consistently kill the rally. So we managed to push them back here. And I think I do a little raid here. I did the A move, but somehow I think I attacked the tower, but I get some villagers here. I didn't even see these, by the way. Like, I didn't have enough vision, so I didn't even see that there's another pack of vills. They age up, or Lucifer ages up. Marine Lord, I think, goes for an age up in a bit. I go for castle to secure like this, and berries, because I'm basically starving right now. You can see the workers are going more north. Their army is still pretty big, but this is the point where we just have a better army. Longbows are better than these archers. And men-at-arms and knights in this situation are way better than French knights because, well, I can fight the French knights, but also men-at-arms tank a lot. So his archers are not very efficient in this fight, I would say. And right now they're going in, and when we saw the amount of archers, we knew that Vortex is probably not transitioning at all. So we were just, I think Marine Lord was waiting for, yeah, Marine Lord was trying to get this upgrade, so we were like, they just told me like, run. And eventually I had to engage, obviously. I had a scholar here too for wall if needed, so they had to bail. And yeah, at this point, 15 men-at-arms and 5 lancers for me. There's no way they kill that with this army. Nectar goes down here as well. And now, like, Marine Lord doesn't even... See, this is the thing. Marine Lord now doesn't need to target fire the archers. He should target fire the knights. Even though he doesn't do a lot of damage, the archers are useless right now. They don't do any damage to us. So yeah, this is the point where of no return. And we managed to get the dub. I feel like that one was pretty interesting because there was a lot of back and forth. A lot of people loved that game. There was a lot like to go through there and a lot to talk about of the back and forth because a lot of people I think were confused why we won because it looked bad for us the whole game. I think that was just a good high level game from both sides. Then since we won the game number 1, the next game was a 3v3 because again it goes 2v2, 3v3, 2v2, 3v3 and so on. So this one we played, we didn't have English. We actually thought they would go for aggressives here. but they went with the hamburger strat with Delhi. And I personally think the Delhi pick, not great. I don't think it fits here at all, and it showed. This is a combo we practiced. This is a combo we're super comfortable with. It's one of the standard combos. Like this combo for 3v3s or with English is extremely good. So any variation of this, by the way, guys, if you're playing team games, Mongol, French, English, Mongol, French, Ottoman, French, Ottoman, English, Ottoman, Mongol, English, I said that already. Like any combo of those is good. Like those civs are very aggressive. So any combo of those is very good on open maps. You can't really go wrong with it. So we thought we were going to be playing against English, Mongol, and something, because that's what they use on this map. But they decided to go for the hamburger strat here. We were extremely confident with the hamburger strat. We have not lost a single game against it in tournaments. We have tried a lot of strategies in practice and we lost here and there, but we're extremely confident against it. And I even said so many times, the strategy is not good if the players know what to do against it. And I welcomed my opponents in the semifinals to use it against us, and I hope that the Canadians and Casva use it against us in the finals, because it is not going to work against us. It's only a good strategy if your opponents don't know what they're doing. Funny part is this strategy, I don't think it lost a single game in the tournament except against us. Because I feel like the other teams are always trying out something and it's just not working. So when we saw this, we were a bit surprised but extremely comfortable playing against it, especially with these civ picks. So we were like, all right, we know exactly what to do. We practice this. We know how to beat it. So we just decided to play super, super aggro. And it worked out. So first thing we saw was this tower that was really weird. Like really weirdly positioned. And you'll see what I mean. So the Muslim went for Imperial School to assist me with tower rushing. I went tower rush and Marine Lord just went straight into feudal. So you're about to see why this is a weird tower, because what does this tower protect? I just put a tower here and that's it. So I don't understand this. It like didn't achieve anything. So HRE is now successfully towered already. And this is already delaying the burger strat. Like they want to go fast burger with cows. This is already delaying that. So immediately he goes, like I see his villagers move. So we're calling like follow his villagers, just tower rush the next place. And that's what we did. I go for a tower here. They go for their own tower. And again, even if this tower does go up, this is 10 workers that are idle right now. They're making a tower. So they're extremely already messed up with their build order. I go for the villagers. I think I get like 2 or 3 villas here, which is really good. 2, maybe another one. I could have gotten another one. 2 villas. And what I do is I just cancel my tower, because they made a tower for nothing. And we just go around. And I just do another tower right here. So the weird part is they had Lucifron, which he is Delhi. They had him go barracks and try to defend this, which I'm not sure why that was a thing that they planned, because Delhi cannot defend a Mongol tower rush like this. Also, not only Mongol tower rush, but Ottoman is also helping me with military school. So I found that a bit weird. Like when we saw that he's going barracks, we were like super confident in this. So Marine Lord, he aged up and his first knight went to Delhi gold, but Delhi wasn't mining gold. He had another, oh sorry, he had his first knight here. He scouted the second gold, and we were just trying to tower this to deny the gold from Malians and HRE while denying the front gold. Vortex does a good thing, pulls villagers to kill the tower because I'm not age 2 yet. And I needed all my units at the front to fight the Delhi. So, speeding up. By the way, HRE, just to give you guys a reference to how far ahead we were, okay? HRE with this build advances to castle at 6 minutes. So that means that HRE is supposed to start his age 3 landmark at 6 minutes. It's 6:46 right now, and he hasn't started it yet. He's about to, right? But this is extremely, extremely delayed. This is a minute delay. He starts his Burgrave, but we get a tower up here. And Mista now loses workers to the tower, which is really good for us. And we told Marine Lord to go harass the gold of HRE because they had no units there. So like just die with knights there and harass as much as you can. Meanwhile, behind that, I towered this gold too. I managed to get all the bounty from these buildings. So yeah, the start was really good for us. Like really, really good for us. Like it's 8 minutes and Burgrave hasn't been done. So that's extremely, extremely delayed. Behind this, I'm starting to make traders now. I'll send my market into the corner in a second. And yeah, like I'm just chilling. Delhi loses a lot of spears, by the way. Here. That was probably a misclick. Marine Lord's doing the harassment with knights, like he's harassing everywhere he can. So yeah, we thought the start was great. And we knew that they were going to trade at some point as well, so we were very aware of that. But yeah, so from this point on, I sent my market in the corner. Marine Lord was just making knights. Ben was aging up the castle. So now men-at-arms still haven't pushed out, by the way. It's 10 minutes and men-at-arms are still defending. They're trying to get rid of towers. Mist actually here pulls villagers, but I target fire the villas. So he actually loses more villagers here. So if you look at the villager count, that's a lot of villagers dead from tower rush. So right now, the men-at-arms are arriving at Marine Lord's base, but look, he has 5 knights, and the Muslims making crossbows too. So we have the counter for it. I'm going Mangudai, which can kite and kill men-at-arms forever, going trade. And, you know, we're just slowly going on from here. Like, we felt, like, let's just not lose the game, you know? Like, we're super far ahead, just don't throw it now. And don't let Mista Omega trade, and we should be good. So yeah, now they're doing kind of like a counter push. But like I said, the Muslim and Marine Lord were defending their side on their own. With crossbows and knights, so they did a good job there. My trade arrived in the corner, and now I was trading 350 gold and 31. So that was quite a lot. Lutherfrom did a good job harassing my trade. He killed a couple of traders. This was really annoying because the map was not walled off on my part, so the horsemen just kept fucking running in, and I couldn't harass here. So I'm gonna speed up. Right now, not much happens for the longest time. Like, HRE is just putting pressure on this side, but Marine Lord and the Muslim are holding. Marine Lord goes for raids. Once my side was secured, I started raiding as well. Oh yeah, you can see he's raiding at the bottom, raiding at the left side. Oh yeah, I had a tower here that I sneakily made that actually got a couple of traders, which is pretty funny. This one's raiding again. I aged up to castle as well. And this is where Mongol Mangudai become really good. Once you upgrade him to veteran Mangudai, and once you get this upgrade, they become really, really good. Like this increases damage by Mangudai by +2, and the veteran upgrade gives them more damage, so they get like quite a big DPS increase. And they're basically unkillable unless you fuck up, right? So I started picking up a lot of workers from Lustron. Got some workers on the food here, some on the gold. And because Lustron was going for like Horseman Spearman, I just end up raiding him. Because I knew that Malians will probably have like javelin throwers or something. So I just run past here. Marine Lord had some knights, and I'm yelling at him like, "I'll protect the knights, just run away from spears." And this is where kind of the disaster starts. They just start losing traders. Even though Mista went like fucking ham with traders, like he wasn't making any units for the longest time, and he was just making mass trade. We managed to kill like a shit ton here. As you can see. But yeah, behind this, I had my own trade at 34 traders, which was pretty good. Marine Lord was on 2 TCs, Ben was 2 TCs too, just macroing up. We walled off all 3 sides. And yeah, right now we were like, I mean, if this goes to late game, we have like a cavalry civ, we have Ottoman with ranged units, Janissaries potentially, and Great Bombards, and we got Mess, Mangudai, and Siege from me. So we felt pretty good, because their late game is like HRE, which is eh. We have Malians late game, which again, meh. And then we had on their side Delhi, which is, do I need to say how good Delhi is late game? Check W. So we were pretty confident at this point, we just kept raiding. And I think there was another raid that slipped in and we just got a bunch of villagers. Yeah, this is the point where like the Mangudai raiding really started. And yeah, this is where we were trying to connect armies to do a big push. And when we actually arrived, I was like, oh, that's a lot of javelin throwers. I don't know if I want to go there. So we decided to bail this. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just run by, because I know that they're not fully walled here. So I was like, I'll just run by, fuck it. They're losing Lancers here. We see the keep, so Dimazin kills it. And I just told, like, Marino, just come with me. Like, they can't kill us. Like, they have man-at-arms, javelin throwers, and Lancers. They can't catch us. So we split up here, and this is where the real disaster starts. I have the arrow upgrade, by the way. Incendiary arrow. So my Mangudai are now doing 17 damage a hit. And you can see like they can't kill them, so. Crap ton of damage. On the middle they were trying to push, but we had too many units. Our eco is too high as well. So everything we're losing we're just remaxing immediately. And yeah, felt pretty good. Look at this. He went from like 80 traders while producing 7 at a time, by the way, to 35. So we probably killed like 80, 90 traders during this one raid, which was a lot. And yeah, these 68 traders are, I have 64. So we're going strong enough. Marine Lord and the Muslim are slowly starting to trade. So we felt pretty good. Look at this horseman. A little gift to the Muslim. And yeah, there was another battle here. Kind of battle, kind of not. Like, see, this is funny. This army is strong, right? Imperial men-at-arms and lancers. They can't touch Mangudai. So they're just losing units right now. Decided to do a massive push in the middle, and I started making outposts everywhere with bombard upgrades because I was getting stone from the trade as well. And yeah, Ben did a push with this army, because this army that he has basically counters what they have. And they did like a full-on push on the left side of the map. But yeah, and Marino went for like mass forces to just tank. He didn't want to commit to knights because they're expensive. Because he's like, I just need to tank because we both have range units. So I was like, alright. So yeah, they try to do a push here. It kind of looks scary. We were like, does the Muslim go back? Does he not go back? And then we were like, nah, like it's fine, we'll hold here. Like they can't kill him, there's a keep. So we were like, just keep pushing. I had 2 bombards with this. And I just shipped through the buildings in a bit. And you know, we just defended on this side. And if you guys look at my resources in the bottom left, do you know what that means? So I was like, you guys got some wood for me? They're like, what do you need it for? And I was like, I mean, I could, right? I could go for a wonder here. And, yeah, this is loose from space, just getting hauled down. So the Muslim sends me wood. And this is where the game ends. But if you look at my villagers, they're already moving. I already sent them up, and I moved more villagers from the food in a second. And I was sending them here to make a wonder. We were discussing, like, do I place it here or here? Or here? I think I placed it here in the end. There it is, brothers. Monument of the Great Khan. But yeah, with 3 great bombards and now Mangda arriving with bombard towers, they just can't kill this army in the end. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, we had more eco, but it just can't win. Like, look at the work count as well. It went down to the Shiites. So this game was pretty, I would say, really good for us, pretty one-sided. Double win, okay. Then the Monka S started. So this game, we went with HRE Malian, and they went with English Rus, which we've never played against on this map. And we thought the game started great for us. I'm gonna speed through here, but we both went for docks. Only one of them went for docks. And Mista went for men-at-arms, which we were like, that sucked. Like, that's not good, you know? Because he can't kill the dock in time. And not only he can't kill a dock in time, I can make a transport ship with scouts and defenders. So I was like, I don't know about this push. And he was committing to quite a lot as well. So you see, now I got a transport ship, so I can just defend. And I go here to defend, to wall off, so that the Rus cannot pass through with the ships. And, well, my wall was a little bit too late. And the Rus ships get in, boys. Check W. But, if you guys didn't know, these are 2 arrow ships. These are galleys. I'm age 1. Do you know what this is? Transport ship with 6 villagers and 2 scouts. And for those that don't know, transport ship will beat out the fighting ships if you have like 6, 7, 8 units inside. Look at this. Look how much damage is doing. Check W. So this is the sad part. I wall this off. Check W. So this is where it kind of starts going wrong. Now, our mistake was, I think, like right now, we should have just fucking both pushed the water and just killed Lucifron. Like, because he can't sustain against us, right? We could just kill him. But we don't for some reason. And we're both trying to go castle. Which turned out really fucking greedy. So Man-at-Arms come here. He had no units. So this is delaying his build quite a lot. He gets Burger. And this is where a little bit of a disaster strikes. And you know, this happens, right? You see, like, this is dumb from us, from both of us. Like, we're getting bullied by one guy making ships, instead of us just making fucking ships, you know? We played this so dumb. But anyway. So Man-at-Arms Burger is coming. That's great, right? You guys noticing anything when I select this Burger Palace? So, yeah, the Muslim did an oopsie. And, yeah, he did not upgrade his Man-at-Arms to Castle Man-at-Arms. So, we here were like, I thought we're winning. Like, I was like, oh, this is good for us. Because, like, I was like, I'm stabilizing my side, I'm kind of doing okay. I got Farimba. He's pushing with Man-at-Arms. And I thought we were winning, because I didn't realize he lost all his fishing ships. And he took some damage from the eco. So we're playing and, you know, I'm massing an army. I'm losing stuff here and there. Like, again, it's so stupid that, like, look how much shit I'm losing to, like, one ship. Instead of just defending. Like, this was really bad from us. From both of us. Wait, did he even get maces? Oh, he got maces too! That's funny as hell! Oh, that's so funny. He got maces on feudal Man-at-Arms. That's funny. But, so yeah, we start taking more and more damage, and this game just kind of snowballs more and more. And I think it was around this time where the Muslim says, "Oh my god, I forgot my upgrade," and I was like, "F, that ain't good." But yeah, this time they were like idling him and attacking him too much. We started losing workers left and right, and I lost so many fishing ships like an idiot. He lost his fishing ships. So yeah, this game just progresses from bad to worse. Oopsie doopsie. I mean, these things happen, right? Like, this is a bad mistake to make. Yeah, this is... He still doesn't have it, by the way. This is a bad mistake to make, by the way, but these mistakes do happen. Like, I mean, if you guys remember, at one of the last weekly tournaments in the Road to Walhalla, I played the whole tournament. No, sorry, not the whole tournament. Semi-finals and finals, I played Delhi, and I fucking forgot the eco upgrades in both games with Delhi. Luckily, I still won, but these things happen. Like, pro players, it's not that they never make mistakes, they're just more consistent at not making them. But every once in a while, you know, you fuck up, and obviously it sucks when that happens in a tournament, but it is what it is. Like I said, I've had those Delhi games where I completely forgot the upgrades on Delhi, which are free, by the way, so, yeah. But yeah, right now, like, it's just, the game's just over. Like, I'm kind of trying to help him, and I'm killing their units, but their eco is so much stronger than ours. They're just, like, printing units, and we can't hold. We lose in the end. There's a gold player in all of us, yeah. Joe is a part of us all. Game number 4. Now, this is an interesting game. So we won first 2, and then we lost 2. I just want to make a comment about Cyril, okay? Cyril was watching yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw, but he was in the chat watching. I saw some people said we invited Cyril as a stunt, or we scammed people because we said Cyril is gonna play. Listen, guys. We never said Cyril will play the games with us. We never said Cyril will play in the tournament. We had to get a 4th because we needed a player as a replacement if one of us doesn't show up, okay? And everyone we've asked in AoE 4 that was good or decent had a team already. So we had to get someone, but it's kind of silly to split the money with someone who's never played. So we asked, hey, Cyril, do you want to be our sub? And if you ever play, we'll give you money. But if you don't play, you're just a sub. And he said, yeah, sure, because he is not full-time AoE 4, so he didn't mind. It would be unfair to invite like an AoE 4 player and be like, hey, dude, do you want to join our team? But you're not going to play at all, and you're not going to get any money. But maybe if we don't play, you can play. That's kind of unfair, right? So we had to get someone that either does not plan to play this tournament at all and is high level, or someone that doesn't mind if they don't play. And that's how we came to ask Cyril, and he wanted to play. Now, for the people that still think that that's some kind of a stunt or whatever, Cyril was high rated in 2v2s last season. I can't remember what his rank was, but I think he was like rank 20 in 2v2s. So Cyril does play AoE 4. He doesn't play it every day, but he plays like every few days. He does like 5, 6, 7 games. So he does play 2v2s, and he plays 2v2s exclusively. So is Cyril better than like me and Marinelord and Muslim in 2v2? No, but he would do okay still. It's not just a replacement and he doesn't know how to play at all. Wait, he was ranked 90 last season? Okay, I just know that they had... I just thought that they were high ranked at one point. I don't know when that was. Maybe it was the season before. I can't remember. But my point is, they did play, and they do play a lot of team games, and they have good winners. So there it is. So we didn't scam anyone, and I made it clear many times that the only time Cyril will play is if one of us literally cannot play because of real life. So, yeah. Cyril is ranked 12 in quick match 2v2. Okay, there you go. So he was high rank before rank came out, and now I don't know how much rank they're playing. Okay, this map, I honestly don't really know. I haven't watched this game. Marinelord watched it and just said that we all played shit. Cause like the previous game, I haven't watched it, but I understand why we lost. But this one was a bit weird. Yeah, but like Marinelord's honest. Like the thing is, if Marinelord plays like shit, he says I play like shit, right? And he said we all played like shit, so we probably did. Like if you play team games, like I'm not an expert on team games, right? But if you play competitive team games, you have to own up to your mistakes.
Hey guys, smile.
Inferno Extreme, thanks so much for 4 months as well. Thank you, thank you. You have to own up to your mistakes. So, like the Muslim for that previous game, like he said, "Sorry guys, I fucked up, and like I'm gonna do better next time," right? And it's like, that's fine. Like no one's mad at the Muslim. Like again, these things happen. So it is what it is. Like you have to learn and you move on. If no one's admitting their mistakes, you can't improve as a team. but Marine Lord said he played like shit this game too. So yeah, we all went for docks. They had Mongol here, which I honestly don't know if they practiced it, or is this like a weird pick for them. I genuinely don't know. So Vortex went for like this proxy dock, and Ben's age up was a bit late. I don't know why, because this isn't a late age up, and Vortex's age up was also really fast at the same time. So he's in this situation where there's a dock already banging his ass. Oh, he went double dock. Yeah, I think this is also a problem. This is something we do sometimes. We all go greedy. So, if you look right now, I'm on double dock, Marine Lord's double dock, and Ben is on double dock. Oh, where is it? One is here, and one is here. So the problem is, they have one guy triple docking. He's still producing fishy shit. He's quadra docked. That's so fucking greedy. Before age up. So he's quadra dock. They got China on this side double dock. And one guy's putting pressure. But the problem with us in this game, I think we all went greedy. And no one's putting the pressure. No one's doing anything. And they're just doing whatever the fuck they want. And they had... This is what Marine Lord wrote in the thing. That they had really easy wall-offs. And from what I can see, they did. Like, this is insane wood line. Look at this. So fucking long. So just one wall here. One wall here. And it's a full wall, which is a kick W. Because if you look at our side, if we want a full wall, let's say from here, look at this. Even if you connect to these tree lines, those are still insane amount of fucking walls. But for them, they had like this and this, which is a natural massive wall. So it was really good for them. Because I know when Marine Lord tried to harass, he said he couldn't get in with knights because everything is walled. And I was like, how is everything walled on this map? Because it's extremely hard to wall on this map because it's so fucking large and it's just open as hell. But now I can see why. So yeah, they went for these super early walls. And behind this, like, I had good fishing eco. Marine Lord and the Muslim had good fishing eco. Oh yeah, and another thing, which by the way, I'm just putting it out there. They won this map because they played better. I'm not saying they had better RNG and that's why they won. They played this way better. But if you look at the Muslim's dock, this is his first dock. Look at the fishing. 1, 2 deep water on this whole fucking lane. Like, I've never seen this. Look on the other side. I don't know if you want to count this. Let's not count that. 1, 2, 3, 4. On my side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then top side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Muslim had 2. Like, so that's pretty bad. So then you can see that Marine Lord and the Muslim ships are on the same water ponds, which is really bad because they're exhausting them extremely quickly. And it's farther away from the Muslims' docks. So this was pretty bad for us. This was pretty, or not for us, this was pretty bad for Ben. But then Ben went here because he has nowhere else to go and vacuumed these fish. So then Marine Lord ships had to move downwards and vacuum my fish. So that wasn't the best for us, but that's again not why we lost. I had to move my ships north so they would have more food. So that wasn't great, but I think they had way better strategy plan. Like right now, if you look, we got pressured. Our fishing is way worse. Like Mista and their Chinese, which was Lustron, had uninterrupted fishing. They're just chilling. And my plan here was to go camel archers. And I actually don't think we have played a mirror matchup. Abbasid. I don't think we've ever played it in a 3v3. So what ended up happening is I went camel archers, which is also bad planning by the way. Marine Lord went knights. And the Muslim went palace guards. So Mista went mass camel riders. and we had no counter to it. Camel archers do not kill camel riders. Knights lose to camel riders, and then palace guards also don't do too great against camel riders, plus they can't catch them. So yeah, so this is what happened. I aged up, hoggers, let's go. American camel riders. Oh, and they also did some Mangudai to put pressure, so that was also annoying. And now camel riders arrive, and look how much damage I am not doing. And basically the game is over, like right there. You'll see my resources. Look at how much food I have. It's because all my workers are idle or running. So I'm not getting any resources right now, and I can't spend my resources. Because the food is all from fishing, right? So yeah, check W. I lose all my workers. And that's it. So yeah, we played pretty bad here. Pretty bad. Oh, yeah, I mean that's the game is lost right there. What should you have done? Well, I think our builds were pretty bad, which we're already adjusting. We are going to be practicing individually builds on this map with all civs. So I think in general we need a better practice, right? Not 3v3 practice, just like me practicing a better Abbasid build, Marine Lord practicing better Rus build, the Muslim better Chinese build, and so on and so forth, to make sure we have it. And I think we're too greedy in general. That was kind of a sad game. Now the next game is the game I did not play. So now it was 2-2. And I played 2v2 with the Muslim, and I played 2v2 with Marine Lord. So I cannot play the third 2v2. Marine Lord and the Muslim have to play a game. And also important to note, because it was 2-2, we played two 2v2 games and a 3v3 games. So we have played all 10 civs. Okay, so now we are allowed to reset the civs.
Congrats for reaching the finals, champs.
Now we're allowed to reset the civs. So now the civs are reset. So we can again pick whatever civ we want. Obviously, you cannot replay it. So if it's 2-2 for the last 3 games, you basically get a fresh, clean start regarding civs. So we had King of the Hill, and we picked 2 civs that are okay on this map. We didn't want to put in the best civs. We just put this. We felt like it would be okay against a lot of the things. And they actually went the hamburger strat, which again we didn't expect it. So maybe they didn't want to use hamburger strat on the maps that are obvious. Maybe they wanted to spice it up a little bit. But they went for hamburger strat here. And they had a really good spawn. So first thing, they had both back golds. Back gold for Malians, back gold for HRA. Like that's perfect. Both of those civs need fucking gold, so that's perfect for them. For some reason, look at Malian spawn. Right? You see him, he's kind of middle of the map. Look at Vortex's spawn. Kind of middle-ish of the map. Marine Lord, closer to the corner, but kind of middle-ish. And then look at the Muslim spawn. He, instead of him being here, right? He is in the fucking corner. Like, for whatever reason. And if you look, the path to either of those bases is so fucking long. It's insane. And he went military school. So it's like, he's supposed to spawn here. And Marine Lord is supposed to spawn here. So He spawned way further from the opponents. So yeah, this was for them, for Murderlord and the Muslim, this is the worst case scenario regarding the gold spawns. Because if you're putting any feudal pressure or dark age pressure, it's extremely important where the enemy gold is. Because he can make the attack like 30 seconds longer or 30 seconds faster. And another thing is, which is fucking funny or sad, I don't know how you want to look at it. But in order to pass, so you can't pass here. I think the TC will hit you, or might not if you go here. But if you pass here, the TC is still hitting you. I've never seen a TC this close to the passageway. So as you'll see, luckily, not this one. Luckily, Mista did not see this, or maybe he didn't want to react, but if he loaded up the TC, the spearman would have died. Look at this. If he loaded up the TC right here, that spearman's dead. Or it would at least... Yeah, it fired twice. It would have been dead. If he loaded it too late. So if he loaded all of these, that spearman is dead, which would be a disaster start. But surprisingly, and I'm not sure why, Mista decides against, maybe he felt like he was safe, but Mista decides to go for Mansa Quarry instead of the tower landmark, which I feel like if he made it like here, this would have been completely safe. So this does here give a bit more gold, 75 gold a minute, but he actually just lost one house, 2, 3. I think he loses this one too, which is a lot of... That's 100 wood lost. So the question is, how much gold did he lose by losing these? Like, is this really worth it? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. So then, once they destroyed this, I wonder if they should have gone for this earlier. Probably not. Going for houses is always better because it's safer. Like, you make sure you get a kill. So they got a lot of these houses, which was a great start. Like, I was watching this live on stream, you know, being stressed. But I thought this was a good start. Unfortunate map spawn, but a good start nonetheless. And then the Muslim went to harass here a little bit. And Burger Palace was already going up. The cows are in place. And from the other side, Marine Lord still does not have castle started, and Ben doesn't have castle started either. But it's okay, like, you're still within the timing. Like, now if you start your age up, it's completely fine. Because Men-at-Arms need to walk across the map as well. So Men-at-Arms are on their way. And this is interesting, actually. So, I think the Muslim and Marine Lord fully expected Men-at-Arms to rush into their base. But I don't know if Mist and Vortex saw the age-ups coming. I'm not sure, because they didn't pay too much attention. They might have seen that the age-ups are coming, so they decided to go for Sacred Side win. Or they just decided to go for Sacred Side win immediately. And this is a clutch move. Why Abbey of the Trinity? I don't know, actually. I don't know. Well, actually, I think I know why. Marino is probably not in the chat, but I would imagine that it's because the age up from Atri was up, so if he made the landmark here, he might have lost villagers. Yeah, he might have been scared because of Men-at-Arms, because you don't know where they are, right? Like, it's easy to say as an observer, right? But he doesn't know if 3 Men-at-Arms went this way. Because it's also obvious that Rooster goes for this landmark, right? So it's not out there that Vortex wouldn't send 3 Men-at-Arms. In that case, this would be a disaster for Marine Lord. So this is, I think, just safer play. So he's trying to capture. The Muslim delays the Sacred Site. And he just dives the Scholar. He loses a spear, he loses a second spear, but Sipahi won't die. And he picks off the prelate, which was pretty big. Vortex actually took out his other prelate immediately from the chapel. But this was a pretty big pickup. Pretty big pickup. Now the scholar arrives. And they capture the site. So this was a solid like 30-40 second delay. Also, Marine Lord is now picking up the relics, so that's nice for them. So yeah, now they have Sacred Site. And now it's... Again, I haven't talked with them too much. Like, we talked after this game a little bit, but we have to play the next game. But they, like... I don't know what their thought process is. Like, if they were very aware that this is going for Sacred Site win or not. But Mista actually aged up really fast too. Like, this is a pretty good age up considering he was feeding him cows. So now, it's suddenly not an H3 versus 2 players. It's 2 versus 2 with Javelin throwers. And when I saw army comps from Marine Lord and the Muslim, I was a little bit worried, I'm not gonna lie. Because they both are going crossbows. And when I saw on stream that Mista is aging up, and they did not know he was aging up, I was like, oh god, they're just gonna die to javelins. Like, you cannot go just crossbows against this. Like, you need knights, and you need a lot of knights. Javelin throwers need a buff. They definitely don't need a buff. They're really good. So, right now, I was a bit worried. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, fuck. Because this is a lot of men-at-arms. And for those that don't know, infantry charges as well, just like cavalry. Where they run faster. As you can see, this guy, he's charging. Now he's walking. These are charging. You see that? So I was like, oh, fuck, man. He's about to get mowed down. Marine Lord's not helping him. There's no units coming. And I was like, this is fucking, like, this is looking bad. So I was getting worried here. But the Muslim does some kiting, and he does counter pressure here. Which, this is fine to do. This is what you usually do, right? With this amount of crossbow, you can start picking off. But what he probably didn't know is that the javelin throwers are coming. I think Marine Lord gets a wall a lot here, actually. Check that, dude. He sends it. Did he send it home? Yeah, he sent it home. He's like going wood. This was really weird though. I kind of want to ask Marine Lord why he did this. So, there's one man-at-arm here. There's a free passage. But he drops the relics and run. I don't know why. One man-at-arm cannot kill this warrior monk. So that was a really weird decision, in my opinion. Like, there's no way that this one man-at-arm kills this. Yeah, that's a baboon move. I mean, listen, that's why he didn't qualify for the last team tournament, and that's why we had to carry him this time. But it's okay. He did his part today, or yesterday. So, yeah, this is what you usually do. How's your back? Still hurts. This is what you usually do against men-at-arms. But because this style is usually played heavily on HRE and Malian age-up is much later, this is where jab throwers arrive. And I was like, watching this, and I was like, oh god. 5 javelin throwers, 1 shot a crossbow. So I was like, oh god, run. Run, brother, don't look back. And this is where they push him. And I was just fucking steering. Look at this. And I was like, oh god. Because then they looked at Marine Lord and he has no army in sight. Oh, his army was defending the top side. And I was like, oh god. Like, this looks really fucking bad. Oh, he gets another man-at-arm here. Poggers. Like, this is looking terrible, right? And I was like, oh fuck. That's it. That's it. Timer's ticking. They're getting fucked up the ass. He's repairing Mangonel. He gets a good shot here, which was Poggers. I think he gets another shot. He gets another shot. Doesn't kill anything. But he is losing workers, right? Or he's having mining time loss. He's losing crossbows. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then Marine Lord arrives. And I was like, oh, this ain't good, chief. You can see the army count is increasing, the worker count. Ben lost like 7-8 workers. And then they showed the middle, and I was like, oh lord. So then, luckily Marine Lord went for knights, so he knows you need knights against this, so that was good. So this is the part where I'm watching this, and I'm gonna speed up a little bit. Like they're doing pushes again here. So let me tell you. So this, I'm watching, right? I'm watching. The Marino did some harassment. Didn't do too much. I think I killed a villager or two. So this is the time. 5:15 on the sacred side. You see that? So this is the time where I tapped out my Discord. Not open fully, but just open enough so I would see notification that someone is typing or someone typed something. Because I know if they win or lose, they're gonna type something. And sacred side is like 5:15. So if it reaches 5 minutes here, because the game's a 5-minute delay, right here I was like, if they type something, we lost, right? Because that means they got sacred side win, right? So I'm watching the game and I'm just looking down like in the corner of my second screen to see the Discord notification pop up. And I'm just waiting and nothing's happening. And I'm just waiting and the time is passing, and it goes to like 4:10. Like I'm watching this game and I'm like this is what I'm watching, right? So I have no fucking idea what's happening. And at like 4:15 I get a message on Discord. And I'm like, well, they either won or they lost, you know? Because they either recaptured the sacred site or they got the sacred site and they just like waited 20-30 seconds to type something. I think it was around this time. No, maybe a bit more down. Yeah, so this is where I get the message. And I was like, or maybe a bit later, I don't know. So I'm like scared, and I open the Discord, and they're like, "Let's go! 3-2, let's go!" And they're calling me to go back on Discord. And I was like, "Holy fuck!" So I'm like, and they're like, "What's the game? What's the game?" And I was like, "Okay." And I was like, "How the fuck did you win?" They're like, "Dude, just watch the game." So they're pushing here, but this doesn't look like convincing. Like this army looks way bigger, right? Especially this part, like he's losing all his knights. Yeah, this is where I was like, how the fuck do you win this? So guys, look at this keep. Do you see that keep? It starts at 1620. 1620. He cancels and remakes the other one. That is an 8-second delay. 8-second delay. Watch what happens. And by the way, it's not only 8-second delay, it's 8 seconds, but it was here as well, so it would not be accessible. And this is where they were apparently yelling to snipe the villagers. And both of them, shift Q, split army and target fire the villagers. And the keep does not complete. And that, my friends, is the difference between losing and winning the game sometimes. He comes back, the villagers get sniped. And now they're just waiting for the villagers to try and come in. The keep gets cancelled, and from this point on, they split the players. They send horsemen on or knights on Malians. They make their own keep immediately, and they knew the game was over. Because at this point, Rus and Ottoman are way better in Castle Age than H3. Like H3, like H3 goes from like Chad to that fucking, you know, dog that's crying. Like H3 now is useless as hell. Like it's useless as, like there's so many crossbows and knights, and he can't do anything. So the enemy team just decides to tap out.
Hi Beasty, well played yesterday. That last Mongol game was epic.
And you know, like this happens a lot in pro play, where sometimes like 1 second, even 2, 5, 8 seconds can be the difference between winning or losing the game. If that keep was backwards, that keep finishes 100%. Maybe they wouldn't. Maybe they would have still lost because they did lose the army, and Marine Lord and the Muslim would have gone for the sacred side anyway. But the keep would do more damage. So I don't think, like, I'm not gonna say like, yeah, Vortex through that. I think even if the keep finished, obviously it's good and it would help. But I think Marine Lord and the Muslim had so many units that they would have just kept standing on the sacred side and decapped it either way. So I don't think that Mista and Vortex would have held the sacred side. They would have had a keep, and Marine Lord and Muslim would lose some units, but I think they would pull back, get Treb after decapping the sacred side, and then the game would go on from there. So this game, I don't really know what went wrong. Also, this map was fucking massive. Like, this map looks like an 8-player map. It's fucking massive. We got so much fucking water and so little land, it was kind of crazy. Every H3 plus Malian lost in your sets? Well, we didn't really play H3 Malian like with the cows, we just played it normally. But hamburger strat sucks. Yeah, so this game, I had a Pogger's idea. So we didn't really have good civs left here. We had Abbasid we could have played. We could have played some other, but I decided, or we discussed, I suggested, what if I make a transport ship and we load up scouts and we prevent Rus from transforming his ships? Because if Rus tries to transform his ships, I can just put transfer ship on the ships and then they can transform. And I was like, that's a 5-hit. But we never practiced this. So the scouts, look how late they are. Look, at 250 my ship finished. I'm like, get it. So it's like a 20-second delay. So this ship should already be on the other side. Also, I thought 3 scouts would be enough to do more damage, but it did kind of shit damage. So maybe I should have loaded up 2-3 workers as well. But I didn't really sacrifice much eco. I just sacrificed, what's it called? We just sacrificed 1 fishing boat for me, and that's it. But it didn't do too much, except it prevented it from transforming. From here on out, I don't really know what the fuck happened, to be honest. Like, we just kind of died. Like, I don't know, for some reason they just had way more. But here's the funny part, boys. So, when we played this game, me and the Muslim were supposed to go mass arrow ships, and Marino was supposed to go springles. So there was one thing that we forgot, and that thing was that springle ships got buffed against arrow ships, and they take 1 less shot to kill arrow ships. So we were like, why are we losing the fights? Like, we had a decent amount of arrow ships, and springle ships were shitting on us, because they went like almost pure springle ships. So we were like, why the fuck are we losing? And the moment we lose, Marinord said, oh my god, the springle ship got a buff. And we were all like, oh god. Not me or Marine Lord, or the Muslim even thought of that before the game, so we completely forgot. So, kick W. And we also went to like blacksmiths and we got +1 armor as well. Or +1 weapon, sorry. It fucking is trash. So that was sad. So yeah, you'll see they went very few arrow ships just to snipe the demo ships, and we went like a lot of arrow ships. See that? 4 hulks, 1 galley. These are archer ships from Rus, but the other 2 went full springers. So first few fights went okay for us. We're still getting fucked, but they're kind of okay. We're still getting mowed down, but and now I lost 2-3 fishing ships, and the Muslim lost all his fishing except 2. So he had no water equal, so he had to remake his water equal. And if you look, they got 7 + 5 hulks for spring hulks and 1 galley. Funny thing is, we still did okay, and we were making fucking ships that are getting countered by what they're doing. Game sounds too loud? Okay, let me reduce it a bit. Oh my god, that was loud. So, yeah, we basically made wrong ships, and they made counter to our ships, and we still kind of held on. We were discussing if we should push here or no. And we don't know if we should have or not. 12. I think we lose here if we push, but I don't know. Maybe we don't. Maybe we should have kept pushing here. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, we're behind on workers. We're 21 workers behind. So that's not good. And now they just remake their stuff, and we got fucked. So what is the lesson from this game? Look at my arrow ships. Look how fast they're going. You see that? But I didn't kill anything there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. After that, we lose the water, and once you lose the water, that's it. Like, the civs there were not a problem, alright? We could have played with the best civs and we would still lost because we made the wrong fucking ships. So this is the last game. Game number 7. And we were super comfortable, and they played English on Mediterranean. They played English, Chinese, and Rus. So we knew they're going to go for French-Mongol or Mongol-Ottoman. But French-Mongol makes more sense. So we had the option of French. We had the option of French, French, Abbasid, English, Mongol, and something else. Delhi. Obviously, I'm gonna pick Delhi. Kick W. So we said we're going with English Mongol, baby. because we can put pressure on the French and Mongol cannot defend them. And that's what happened. And we said, Jesus, give us a decent spot. And Jesus be like, have a fucking gold all the way there. Fuck you. Jesus, at least give us the French gold forward. Bless us with your luck. And he said, fuck you. Here's a French that has bad gold. And I said, okay, that's not what we asked. And I said, Jesus, please let me at least get a tower up. And I got no towers up. Can turn water into wine, but can't spawn a French gold in the forward, not even one game. Shame on you. Shame on you. Unlucky. Alright, so Marine Lord doing the, Marine Lord thing, runs a man-at-arm and a TC. One head play. Here's the shit spawn, amen. Bless you, child. Here's the shit spawn. Thank you. So, I pull 2 bills here because I'm like, I'm fucking getting this tower up. Now listen. There was some indecisiveness here. Now this, let me explain why. I put a tower here to deny the wood and the gold. But Marine Lord's like... Oh no, sorry, not Marine Lord. I put it there first. And then I'm like... If I put it there, then he can still mine gold the whole time. Because we can't pressure the gold because there's the tower. It would only hit the gold from here, there, once I have the arrow slits. But before there, then it's not going to do anything. So I was like, okay, I should make it closer so we can put units and it hits the gold. So I cancel and I put it closer. He pulls the villas. I cancel. I put it here because Marine Lord's like, put it farther away so it's safer. So I put it here, but then I'm like, okay, that's pretty close to the TC, so I put it back. But I'm like, that's not gonna hit the fucking thing, you know? But I'm like, okay, whatever. We just need the tower to go up. So he does he kills 1 villager by sacrificing 1 spearman. That was a good play. And then he burns this. So Marino's like, just make the tower somewhere safe. And I'm just like, where? Where is it safe? It has to be in the range of gold. But we also want the wood. So that's why I'm canceling the fucking tower all the time. I don't know where the fuck to place it, you know? So I'm like, fuck it, I'll place it there. You know? He does signal arrow and he fucks my villager up the ass. So Barilor's like, this is bad for us, no? And I'm like, nah. Like, I didn't want to say that's bad. I was like, no, this is fine. He's like, oh, let's go attack Mongol. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. He's like, he has an open ooh. I was like, yeah, let's go to that. I already sent another villager, by the way, to tower. I was fucking committed to this. So I was like, let's attack Mongol, fuck it. So Mongol's aging up. So I'm like, do I tower the stone or do I tower the gold? He's like, tower gold and wood. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. I lose the con, so that was GG. So I make a tower here, but he has a con that's feudal and does more damage now, 3 damage per hit. And he's doing archer range. But you get the Uwu though, which is kind of big actually. So I'm micring here and the archer comes and I was like, fuck it. And I'm like, I think this is okay. Like I said, like I think this is okay. I think this is not bad. Like we killed the Nubu. That's kind of nice. That's 150 wood. French made a tower on gold. I lost 2 workers, but it is what it is. I snap a knight here, which was pretty good. And we saw the silver tree. I gotta say, Lucifron's micro with knights was really good. Really good. He rinsed me a lot this game. So we know he's trading, by the way. We know. And Bruno's like, what do we do? I was like, we attack. We have to attack. We can't let him trade. Like, because knights are going to harass us and he's just going to trade. And you have slow army. We have to go. So he's like, okay, I'm making an army. I'm going to go soon. I'm like, okay, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Knights harass me. Go for it. Go for it. So he starts pushing. Khan dead. GG. And Marine Lord says, oh god, he has more archers than me. And I was like, in my head, I'm just imagining like all the archers just dying to, all the longbows dying to archers. I'm like, just run, just run, just run. Don't fight, don't fight. If he has more, just run. So I'm trying to trade. He snaps 2 of my traders. But I was killing his knights though. That's the important thing. Like he did kill some equal, but he does lose knights. So they're trying to collapse here, Marine Lord. I follow with my spear boys. And I'm like, just kill the archers, just kill the archers. We got enough spearmen for the knights. It's good. I'm coming with fucking Mangudai. Like, we just need to not die and continue the pressure, but we gotta get to the trade. So he gets a couple of spearmen. Oh, he pulls them back. 2 head, pulls them back. 1 head, and then they die. So this is where my Mangudai count is increasing, and I finally get a trade in the corner, and I'm trading 226. Very nice. And this is where I break my back. Carrying Marine Lord left and right. This is where it starts, the destruction. Eating that booty. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. They had a 5 worker lead. Where's the lead at? Where's the lead at? He does some more harass. He did really good harassment on my trade. He goes for here. Another trader goes down. Knight goes down. What's up? More villagers? Yummy, yummy in my tummy. That's what I said right there. During the game. Marine Lord is molding on Discord. He's like, I'm stopping the trade on this side. I'm stopping the trade. He's like, this is going really good. I'm like, I'm snapping the villagers. And we're like, let's gather right here. So now their armies are split. And this is a really good position to be in. Our army is in between 2 of their armies. By the way, if you want to watch this live from games being played, Marine Lord recorded the games. I think he's going to upload them on YouTube. I don't know when though, don't ask me. So we're like, okay, he's not trading. And I'm like, okay, we're ahead. I'm trading. He's not. We stopped the trade. He finds villagers here. But Vortex hit castle, by the way. I forgot to say this. He says I upload him starting from tomorrow to Sunday. There you go. So Vortex's castle, which was kind of monk-ass. So he's sniping the archers, which is really good for us. The knights come. Okay, this was a bit scary, I will say. This was a bit scary. But I'm trying to attack the knights with Mangudai. Men-at-arms are irrelevant because they can be kited. And this is a lot of Mangudai now. Like, this is a lot of fucking Mangudai. So he should be sniping the archers. Because archers can kill my Mangudai, nothing else can. I kind of dent here. I try to kill Khan. I don't know why. It has too much health. So my Mangudai arrived from defending this. Which wasn't defended. So we managed to deflect. And this is where Marine Lord said, we pushed them. And I said, no, I'm going to go raid. Because I don't know, I was worried pushing straight up. Because I was like, where are we going to push? Kind of thing. So I was like, I'm going to go raid, fuck it. Because the Mongol can't help him with archers. And French is pure knights. So I was like, I'm just going to go attack the French. So I'm aging, Marine Lord's aging, and, well, French is fucked now. Because if you ever get in a situation where Mangudai are on French and longbows are on Mongol, then you just win. And now. Oh yeah, and I raided with these 6 Mangudai on the bottom. I killed all the workers here and the trade. So do a raid. Look at this. Oof. So this is where Marine Lord is crying. Tears down his face. I'm gonna die! I said, don't worry, you little shit. That's why I'm here. I said, shut the fuck up, you little bitch. I'm coming. God. I'm just killing all the workers. So I put 2 low HP Mangudai here to just kill the trade. My veteran Mangudai upgrade. Dude, these bad boys farming. Yeah, boy. There were some knights in my base. This was actually really annoying timing. But yeah, so this is Marine Lord's base right now. And that looks pretty bad. And Marine Lord is crying. So sorry, I wasn't good enough to win this game. I'm sorry. At least I qualified this time. Last time I didn't qualify. And I said, Marine Lord, snap yourself out of it, you little bitch. I'm coming. I'm about to bust their, you know, wide open. There's a recording. Exactly, there's a recording of this. And I said, I'm gonna cut off their reinforcements. He's like, yeah, but my base is getting fucking shit on. And I said, I don't give a shit about your base. You fucking noob. Got no units anyway. I just told him, just run away with your work. This is actually, I told him, just run away with your worker. He's like, where am I supposed to run? I'm like, just run away. Like, just go to my base. Like, they can't kill you. Like, they can't eliminate all of this. Just run. So he runs, he bails with his workers, and I get a 10-head idea. And I'm like, I can't engage into archers and Mangudai. I'm gonna go 5 stable knights. And then I lost workers to knights because this was fucking me up the ass. So that was kind of annoying. But I'm cutting off reinforcements here. He's losing all his archers. He's losing men-at-arms. So I'm just like, just run. We just buy time. I'm trading. They're not trading. And I'm just repeating this. Like, I'm like, they're not trading. They're dead. Like, I killed like 30 workers with the last raid. Like, they're dead. They can't win. Even though if you look at the worker count, it's a lot closer because Marine Lord just lost a bunch of workers. But I got 23 traders. Now they're killing my trade. So kind of monka. But I'm still killing their shit. The reinforcement is dying. And I saw that the knights are going into my base, right? So I'm killing the knights too. So this is where I'm going like stables and lancers. And I'm like, just chill, you know? Like, take it slow. They're not reinforcing, and they're slowly losing. Like, the TC is killing archers one by one, right? And Marine Lord is also doing a good job, like, picking off whatever he can. It's so funny. Every time the knight would come close, he would just run through the gate. So, the only problem right now is these archers and Mangudai. The rest doesn't matter. So, they kill my trade, and I think I remake it. Yeah, I remake it much shorter here. Because, you know, whatever. So then, I'm like, waiting. I'm basically waiting to do an engagement. And he overextends here a little bit, so I decide to like pop his ass. And I go for the signal arrow for the archers, because I was like, that's not a lot of archers, 13. And I had more Mangudai coming from this side. And Marine Lord just starts yelling, I killed the Mangudai, I killed the Mangudai. Go, 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 go. And then he's like, I killed the second, or Mangudai, sorry. And he's like, I killed the second Mangudai, go, 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 go. And I just run in, more mango dye coming from here. I'm getting lancers coming out, and I still have a shit ton of gold because of the previous trade. So we clean this up, and that's where we say, let's go, chimps! Let's fucking go! And then we do what we did every game when we played. We tag the Muslim and we say we lost on Discord. Amazing. Amazing. And we ended up winning again. When we say we lost, it's always a prank. Marilo says, when we say we lost, it's always a prank. When the Muslim says he lost, it's always a fact. Okay, that's toxic. So anyway, we managed to win that one. And yeah, that was a really rough series. Like, in all seriousness, I think they played really, really well. Like, they played really, really well. Some of the strategies that they did, we were aware of. Some of the strategies kind of not expected. Some stuff we messed up. And the good thing is, we know exactly what we messed up. Like, we know what we need to improve. And that's a good thing. The problem in messing up in games is not the problem of messing up, it's understanding where you messed up so you can fix it. So we won all the land maps, and we lost all the water maps. So do you guys see where we have a problem? Although, in practice, we did fine on water maps, I feel like. Like, if you asked me before this series, are you confident in water maps? We were like, yeah. We never thought that we were way better on land maps than water maps. So, you know, that's something to work at, and we have a week to fix that, and that's plenty of time to fix it. So, you know, I'm looking forward to playing that. And the next, like I said, on Sunday, we are playing against 3 beavers and a turkey. We practiced a lot with them. A lot, and I would say our practice went really well against them. So I'm hoping for a W. The finals is going to be best of 9. So yeah, it's going to be fun. I do think that we will win. I am pretty sure we will win. I don't know what the score will be. It depends a lot on the maps and the civs, so it's hard to say. But they're obviously really, really good. And it's not going to be easy. Who do you get for practice? Yeah, Marilord apparently asked some people for practice and nobody wants to play anymore. So we'll see how we're going to practice. Like, I don't think we need to practice team games specifically. We just got to rethink some of our picks. We got to make a plan for next week. And we have to practice our builds better, which can be done against AIs. Like, just practice builds to make sure our timings are much crisper. And that's it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. I can't wait to play, brother. People like to overanalyze stuff a lot. For example, we lost 3 games in water, right? And now I've seen like people's comments, like everyone assumes we're terrible in water. Because we lost against potentially 2nd or 1st or 3rd best team. People are like, oh my god, you guys you have no clue what you're doing on water. That's not how that works. Just because you lose a game doesn't mean that you never win there or you can't win or whatever. Yeah, I think a lot of people see it that way. It's like, they see it as either, oh, we won 4 land maps, so that means those are going to be our home maps, and those are the maps we practice the most, and we're unbeatable there, and now the enemy team is going to veto all the land maps. Like, guys, people have played hundreds of games for this tournament. Winning 1 game is not going to, like, us winning on Dry Arabia is not going to make the other team be like, oh my god, they won on Dry Arabia. They're unbeatable in it. Let's veto it. You know? That's not how tournaments work. It's just 1 game. Just like if we played against the same team again, I don't think we would necessarily veto a water map. You know? It's just 1 game. And, you know, to be fair, they did beat us badly on those maps. But doesn't mean that we wouldn't have won the next time. Just like King of the Hill game, you know, keep positioning. Same thing can happen on water maps or any other maps. So, yeah. Anyway. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. This was a long video, but it's a full analysis, so you know, it is what it is. And if you're watching this on Twitch, let's keep going.